Hello, good afternoon to everyone. Myself Anjali Rathod. Today is the fourth day of presentation in which I am going to present a presentation on my topic deconstruction in literary theory and analytical exploration. Uh, Here is a table of contents in which I am going to deal in a voluntary presentation in this topic. Introduction of the author Jacques Derrida, origins of deconstruction, what is deconstruction, difference between phonocentrism and logocentrism, postmodernism and poststructuralism. Jacques Derrida. Jacques Derrida Jacques Derrida was French philosopher, theorist, and writer. He was born to Sephardic Jewish parents in French-governed Algeria. He studies philosophy at the elite school ENS in Paris. In 1967, Derrida arrived as a philosopher of world importance. He published three momentous texts of grammatology, writing and difference, and speech and phenomena. In 1967, Derrida introduced his theory of deconstruction. Deconstruction has frequently been the subject of some controversies. When Derrida was awarded an honorary doctorate at Cambridge in 1992, there were halls of protest from many analytic philosophers. Jacques Derrida was a renowned French philosopher known for his influential work in the field of deconstruction. His areas of study include philosophy, literary criticism, and literary theory. Origin of deconstruction. The term deconstruction is related to the French verb deconstruire, which in English connotes to undo the improvement of or the development of to take to pieces. In philosophy, the word deconstruction was coined by the French philosopher Jacques Derrida in the late 1960s as response to the idea of destructive analysis rendered by the German word destruction of Martin Heidegger, which literally means destruction or rebuilding. The word deconstruction is genealogically linked to Heidegger. Instead of applying Heidegger's term of destruction to textual readings, Derrida opted for the term deconstruction. Derrida's main influence for the development of this theory was from the theorist Martin Heidegger. In his work called Being and Time, Heidegger talks about destructuring of previous ontological concepts such as time, history, matter, etc., in order to better understand them. Since the word deconstruction has entered the philosophical, literary, and political vocabulary, though it excited before, at least in grammatical and architectural jargon. Derrida's approach extended beyond mere analysis, leading to the creation of a comprehensive and impactful theoretical framework. What is deconstruction? The term deconstruction is difficult and confusing to define. Deconstruction is variously defined by Derrida. Among his description is the allusion to structure as he explains himself. When he used the word deconstruction the first time, there was the dominance of structuralism. Deconstruction was considered then at the same time to be a structuralist and anti-structuralist gesture. Derrida's deconstruction was inspired by what Heidegger calls the destruction of the philosophy's traditions. He sought to apply deconstruction to textual reading in place of Heidegger's destruction, which was referring to a process of exploring the categories and concepts that tradition has imposed on a word and the history behind them. Deconstruction is a philosophical approach and analytical method developed by Jacques Derrida. It involves critically analyzing and questioning the underlying assumptions, binary oppositions, and hierarchical distinctions in text and other forms of discourse. Derrida's view, deconstruction is neither a philosophy, not a doctrine, nor a method, nor a discipline, but only what happens if it happens. Deconstruction is a philosophical, theoretical analysis, a critical outlook concerned with the relationship between text and meaning. So it is a mode of criticism and analytical inquiry that denotes the pursuing of the meaning of a text to the point of exposing the supposed contradictions and internal oppositions upon which it is founded. Deconstruction is a kind of philosophical framework concerned with reading between the lines. So, deconstructions aim to reveal the complexities and contradictions within these structures, uh, challenging fixed meaning and highlighting the ambiguity and multiplicity of interpretations. It established the conventional interpretations of a text, revealing hidden meanings and encouraging a more nuanced underlying of language and ideas. So, the difference between phonocentrism and logocentrism. So, the difference between phonocentrism and logocentrism is that the phonocentrism is the word spoken and the logocentrism is the word written. According to Derrida, when speech fails to protect presence, writing becomes necessary. In this case, writing then serves as a supplement which takes the place of speech. Phonocentrism focuses on the preference for spoken language over writing, while logocentrism encompasses a broader philosophical perspective, emphasizing the brief in a central fixed meaning or presence in language and reality. Both concepts have been significant targets of deconstructive analysis. So in deconstruction binary oppositions. So in binary opposition, world has binary opposites like good evil, black white black, man woman, God devil, etc. So Derrida argued that philosophical traditions were largely marginalized with the application of deconstruction. So by deconstructing these binary oppositions, we are able to uncover the foundation. Uh, the theoretical framework in his in Jack Derrida's theoretical framework, postmodernism and post-structuralism. So, postmodernism in that period, 19th and 20th century, a period that encompasses more than literature, and post postmodernism spanning in the 19th and 20th centuries. It is not just about literature. It influenced art, architecture and cultural too. It registered modernism's ideals, questioning higher culture, uh, higher culture and enlightenment. Postmodernism challenged established truths, making people rethink world histories. So uh, post-structuralism emerged in the mid 20th century and challenged the notion of stable meanings and fixed identities in language and culture. The first half of the 20th century in literary studies was interested by the form and structure of literary texts. In general, structuralism is a belief that reflects events which are explainable by structures, data, and other phenomena below the surface. For the structuralist, reality is a system of individual parts which are irreducible units where the parts are more real than the whole matter. Post-structuralism, which deviates from structuralism, became a reaction to it. While structuralists sought a structure of the text, the post-structuralist Derrida, for example, denies the possibility of such a structure. Derrida's deconstruction, which is always called together with post-structuralism, gives us new ways of thinking. He has made great efforts in undermining the traditional understanding of truth. The post-structuralists are claiming that the real truth is impossible to know. The post-structuralist is pessimistic concerning the reader's ability to confirm belief and thereby say that he knows something. Post-structuralism is a philosophical mode of thought which believes that in the world there is no reality, only manufactured reality constructed by words. In literary theory, structuralists analyze the narrative material by examining the underlying invariant structure. Structuralist critics mention that the value of a literary text can lie only in new structure. Deconstruction, a term associated with the work of philosopher Jacques Derrida, is a method within post-structuralism that aims to analyze the inherent contradictions and hierarchies in text and other forms of communication. In deconstruction, texts are seen as complex systems of meanings where language constantly undermines fixed meanings. It emphasizes the instability of language and the impossibility of fully capturing a single objective interpretations of a text. uh, Conclusion. uh, at the last To the conclude, deconstruction emerged from the philosophy, arts and arts and architecture of the 1960s. In literary theory poses the opposite to hermeneutics, which seeks justification of a literary interpretations in the wording of the text in question. Deconstruction is focused on contradictions included in the text. Deconstruction is to be located in the hybrid stream of post-structuralism that labels several tendencies that define themselves in opposition to structuralism. Uh, Structuralism primarily being concerned with the search for a scheme uh, and its governing rules. So here is the references. Now, if you any question, then ask me.
Currently, what are the emerging pathways and hurdles that deconstruction faces in the 21st century, considering its intricate and dynamic nature?
In the 21st century, emerging uh, pathways pathways are digital adaptations, interdisciplinary integration, and global engagement uh, in in deconstruction, and hurdles that in hurdles considering the digital intricate and dynamic nature in deconstruction faces in 21st century.
As you mentioned in your slide, Anjali, that how is deconstruction connect to other literary theories?
Yes, as I mentioned in my slide, deconstruction connected various literary theories like postmodernism, post-structuralism, in also engages with feminist theory, Marxism, feminism, cyber feminism, and other critical frameworks to analyze power, power structures and societal influences on languages and text in deconstruction in literary theories. Thank you.